So before the video starts, I have a really quick announcement. I finally created a Patreon. So if you want to know the details, head on over to my Patreon. If you can't do that, you could support me in other ways, of course. I have a PayPal. If you subscribe and turn on the bell for the notifications and like the video, that all helps. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Now let's get on to the video. What's up, guys? So let's talk about the Switch. Again. I haven't talked about this thing too much, but you guys know if you've seen my previous video. If you haven't, what's wrong with you? That I love the Switch. I absolutely love it. But I was thinking the other day, why? I mean, this thing has so many great games from the past, and it's just like, oh my god, and they just work. First of all, the controller, the controls on this thing aren't even that comfortable. The Switch comes without these handles. Let me show you guys. Oh god, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it. You know what? Let's not take them off. You guys know what the Switch looks like, right? I put these handles on it because it's so uncomfortable. The biggest thing about this thing is that you could play handheld and on your bed. Like, I mean, not that you can't play on your bed in front of your TV. I mean, if you have a TV in your room. If you don't, that's all good. I ain't judging. It's just nice to play on your bed while, you know, handheld. It's just wide and it's just weird. And you know why it's weird? Because these things are all freaking cross-quadruple, and your hands are all like, when you are playing laying down, it feels like you're gonna drop it on your face. Not that I've never done that before. So I'm confuzzled. But I saw the other day an ad saying that they're making a new Joy Cons. So I looked at it. Where's the new one? Freaking Nintendo strikes again. This is the D-pad. The new controller is basically a real D-pad, which it feels more comfortable for fighting games, for certain games, you know, to do combos and all that. It just doesn't work with this thing. Here are the things that are different about the new Joy-Cons. It has the D-pad. When they're connected, it drains the battery of the Switch, not just the Joy-Cons. There's no rumble, there's no gyro, and there's no SL and SR buttons. Am I getting this correctly? Somebody's pranking me, right? I'm kind of confused. The new Joy-Cons are pretty lame. These Joy-Cons do have gyros, do have rumble, and they don't drain the battery of the Switch. They only drain the battery of the Joy-Cons. So it's like, why? If you have small hands, which for me, I have smaller hands than a big dude, obviously, but for a girl, I have pretty big hands. Usually, I go around to girls and I'm like, can I measure your hands? And they're all, no. My two brothers, my hands are pretty much the same size as them, so it's like, why do I have such big hands? My dad used to tell me when I was younger, girl, you're gonna be a piano player. Girl, you're gonna be a pianist one day. I hope I said that right, because that's gonna be really bad if I didn't. Girl, you're gonna play the piano one day really, really beautiful. I never did, but you know. Yeah, if you have slightly bigger hands, they're even less comfortable. And don't even get me started when you try to even play like this, because that's just a joke. It's like, I think what's tied to why I love the Switch so much is just the nostalgia of it. It makes me feel happy. It reminds me of my childhood. I'll put in the description the name of this grip. I do not recommend the really, like, the rubbery ones for this one because they attract so much dust. The cool thing about these grips is that you could dock the Switch. A lot of the other grips, you can't dock the Switch with the grips. On the Switch, when it comes to the retro type, like the platformers, your pixel art platformers, which I am so into as of late, they just suit the Switch so much, I think, because it is a reminder of the past. And Nintendo has always been that for me. Let me know in the comments down below if that's true for you. Don't get me wrong, it is an absolutely great system. But again, it's just not as comfortable as I wish it was. But still, I would recommend it every day. But one of the games I'm so excited that just got released on the Switch is Crossing Souls. If you guys haven't played Crossing Souls, oh my god, it's one of my favorite games of this year. It's just like Stranger Things. It's these kids, it's kind of like E.T. and like it's so cool. It's so cool, and it takes place in the 80s. And there's so many references to the 80s. The music is just gorgeous. If you guys feel like me that you just adore the Switch and you're not quite sure why, let me know in the comments down below what it is about the Switch that you love. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.